Hey, you guys, welcome into this week's episode of
What's the Trend?
Aaron Weeks, do the honors and tell the folks what episode this is.
It is episode 50.
I'm 50.
That's a big one. We've made it this far. It's crazy.
I know, 50 episodes.
And a year.
And a year, all in one. You don't realize, too, every single week, the consistency of doing the show has led us to 50.
I know.
50 weeks.
50 weeks of this is crazy. If you really think about it, like, we have been consistent almost each week with this show.
Truly.
It's a highlight of our week, and we couldn't be more thankful for it.
Brain goes straight to the SNL skit with Molly Shannon where she says, I'm 50.
Yeah.
50 years old, Sally O'Malley.
Exactly.
The true ones will get that. So, well, happy 50th.
Happy 50th to you as well.
And to our loyal listeners, we can't wait to see what you guys are going to get us for our 50th. But don't worry, you can just send that right to 14 News.
Yes,
And,
make sure you put our names on it, though.
Our assistant, Shelly, will pick that up for us today. So,
absolutely.
All right, Aaron Weeks, let's dive right into this beautiful 50th episode. We've got, as promised, your lineup is incredible this week. So let's get right to it. We're going to start with things that are local first. So get ready to dress up for a wild night out because the 7th annual Vintage Vines Black Tie Gala is returning this Saturday. So if you're listening to this on a Friday, it's going to be tomorrow for you. I believe tickets would still be available. It's all for a good cause. It's co-hosted by Mesker Park Zoo and Botanic Garden and also hosted by Fifth Third Bank as well. The evening just features multi-course gourmet dinner, exclusive animal encounters, which I think that's super cool, a live auction, and they're also going to pair all of that with rare bourbons and wines. And best of all, every ticket helps fund the zoo's wildlife conservation efforts. So go get your tickets, and you can go to this fancy schmancy event, which this would be something that's right up my alley. I think this would be fun to go to.
Yeah. Well, speaking of, the zoo is so much fun. I had to mention something
of course,
this week.
For your local.
Yeah, it's Wild Summer Nights returns again for another weekend at Mesker Park Zoo. Officials say this event will transform the zoo into a, quote, glowing wonderland.
Oh, I love that.
Now, attendees will be able to enjoy live performances by local musicians each night and kind of a rotating lineup of local food trucks, which, gotta love a food truck.
Get us
and
there
you know us, we gotta get a funnel cake when we get
Of course.
Now, that event actually takes place Thursday through Sunday, so this entire weekend, and that lasts until the end of October.
Yeah.
So each weekend, you can still go and do this, and make sure that you go to 14news.com to look at the times, because they vary a little bit.
Yeah, my event, you better hurry, because it's tomorrow. This event, though, that Aaron just mentioned, you have until October, which kind of nice to wait maybe a little bit later.
And I think they're doing it leading up to Halloween weekend.
Exactly.
So I think what a good chime.
All right, let's get into our next topic here. Of course, we're going to talk movies. Mm-hmm. So we have kind of a triple whammy for you here. Yeah. We decided instead of just doing one of these, let's just break it down because Disney is completely breaking the internet right now at their D23, which is like their fan club event, by basically announcing 3 major films. So they have officially locked in Frozen 3 for November of 2027. So we've got about a year here we have to wait. So yeah, how exciting that Frozen 3 is coming out next November.
I know, it's crazy that it's been like that long since because the first one came out, I remember in 2013, because I got drugged to it with some friends, and I was like, I hate to admit it, I loved it.
It's so good.
It's such a good movie.
It's so feel good, and of course, I think it's for kids, adults, anyone really. Disney knows what they were doing with that one.
They do.
And this is going to be massive. And then on top of that, get this, you guys, they also announced that they are, well, real quick, that one's going to be about Anna and Kristoff's royal wedding. Which
that's amazing.
Spoiler if you haven't seen the first 2. Sorry about that. But also, you guys, right on the heels of Frozen's announcement, the live action Tangled remake is going to arrive on March 31st of 2028. So this one will be about a year later, a couple months down the road, I guess you could say, starring Tegan Croft alongside Catherine Hahn as Mother Gothel. Perfectly cast.
Perfect casting.
Look up Catherine Hahn if you don't know who we're talking about. That's going to be great. So Tangled's coming out live action. How exciting.
I just recently, I think I told you this week, I had watched Tangled, the original one, for the first time, and I was like, wow, I've really been missing out over the past couple of years.
Yeah, between Frozen and Tangled, those are my daughter's 2 favorites.
Those are great movies.
And as a parent, when you have to get stuck watching something 100,000 times, those 2, my husband and I are both perfectly
You guys
fine
lucked
with.
out, I'll say that.
We did. Will even likes Tangled. He loves it. And he plays Flynn Rider. And then, of course, Addie gets to be Rapunzel. And then I get stuck either being Mother Gothel or
you know what?
the horse Max.
But Mother
always
Gothel
get the
is
shaft.
kind of the one.
Honestly, that's the role to play.
Exactly.
Make me mad enough and I can turn into her real quick. So those two movies are exciting. And then as if that wasn't enough, Aaron Weeks, you guys, Marvel has officially announced their X-Men lineup for May of 2028, featuring Sadie Sink as Jean Grey. And then we've got Kit Connor as Cyclops. And then the biggest shock of the night at that event where they made all these announcements was when Adam Driver crashed the event with a presentation to reveal that he's going to be playing the villainous Mr. Sinister.
And this is for the new X-Men movie. That's right.
Yeah,
yes.
the new X-Men movie. So Disney's clearly setting up for a massive couple of years here. Aaron, obviously, these are 3 mega releases. Lots of reasons to be hyped. So probably most excited for which one would you say?
Out of the 3 of these, I'm very curious about the X-Men. I can't believe I'm saying that. But
yeah.
I'm very it's cool because we had the same set of X-Men since quite literally the 2000s.
That's
so
true.
To get a new iteration of this, I'm very excited to see where they take it. That being said, though, I love a live action and I love Tangled. So that, and I love Catherine Hahn.
Yes.
So that also piqued my interest a lot. So, and they also had other things, Romy and Michelle too. Is coming out.
Yes.
They've already been filming that and they didn't even announce a full cast or anything, which I think is a great move. Just go and do it and let people find out on their own.
Let people find out on their own. So I made the mistake of my husband and I both did this where we were like, oh my gosh, Frozen 3 is coming out this November in just a couple of weeks. And we told our daughter who's 4 and she's so excited. And my sister goes, oh, Casie, next November.
So you had to deliver
wait a
bad
while for
news.
that one. Yeah. So
Addie was just like, I'm disappointed. I'm not mad. I'm disappointed.
I'm not mad, Mommy. I'm disappointed. So we'll have to pack our patience with these 3 films, but they are going to be well worth the wait. What is your movie news for us this week, Aaron?
Well, this one's kind of movie adjacent news, but very fun. The 1999 classic 10 Things I Hate About You is actually headed to Broadway.
So cool.
Now that show will be based on the rom-com that starred Julia Stiles and the late Heath Ledger, whom we love, which was already a retelling of William Shakespeare's The Taming of the Shrew. And the film follows Bianca and Kat. They're 2 sisters, and they're kind of on their separate journeys of love and loss and stuff like that. You know,
Good way to
all
put
the
that.
classics. Here's the interesting part, though. Lena Dunham is adapting the musical's book, which is really cool. And Carly Rae Jepsen is writing the music and lyrics with another person.
Oh
for
my
this.
gosh, Carly Rae Jepsen.
Yes.
That'll be great.
I love her. She's a sleeper hit. People literally sleep on her way too much.
I just heard the song "Call Me Maybe" the other day.
It's great.
Driving in my car, and I was like, "What a bop!"
You know what? You need to listen to her discography because I did not realize how many bops she really has under her belt. I was like, gosh, I keep hearing these songs. I'm like, who is that? It's Carly Rae Jepsen.
Well, this show sounds like it's in good hands.
Yes.
I'd love to see one of our favorite movies hit the stage.
Absolutely.
I think this will be well worth seeing. That's an exciting one.
And it's so much fun. And that show is set to premiere in August of 2027.
Great. Okay, so another one we're going to have to wait a little while.
Just got to wait a year for it.
We're okay with that. We can do that. All right, let's move to music headlines now, Aaron.
Yes, this one is near and dear to my heart. And some fun music news. Ariana Grande was joined by her Wicked co-star Cynthia Erivo on stage in her London show as part of her Eternal Sunshine tour for a surprise performance. Now, the castmates teamed up to perform their song from Wicked, It's For Good, as well as a mashup of Get Happy, Happy Days Are Here Again, which I love that.
That's a good
little
one.
mashup too. I just, I love seeing these 2 women together and how affectionate they are towards each other and how much their friendship means to them, because I feel like when you go through an experience as big as Wicked, only they will ever know how that experience was.
That's very
you know what I
true.
mean?
That's a great way to put it.
I feel like they're bonded for life no matter where they stand. They're the only 2 people in that bubble, no pun intended, that will always know what it meant to be in that kind of arena.
Yeah, arena. Yes, you're absolutely right. I think that's why they really lean on each other, and to see that little friendship that I never knew we needed unfold has been so fun and beautiful.
And they're so much fun together.
They are.
I would love to see them actually do that again.
I wish, I know, I'm like, can they just keep doing projects together. And how cool of Cynthia to come out and support Ariana. Yeah. Last week's episode, we kind of talked about how she was taking
a little
step
off.
Yeah, a little step back for sure. And so to see a friend kind of maybe she did that for more than one reason.
Yeah,
love to see that.
I like to think so too.
So yeah, those two, they do no wrong in my book. Let's go.
Sure. And you've got some music news too.
Yeah. So here we are again, you guys. This is becoming a frequent topic on the podcast.
We talked about it a lot.
We try to keep our topics pretty lighthearted around here, but the next two headlines we're going to bring you, we are going to have to bring it down a notch. The first celebrity headline news here is just yet again concerns are surfacing surrounding Dolly Parton's health. After she recently missed the opening of Dollywood's newest ride, she always likes to be in person when those big...
Which I always appreciate.
Yeah, she always heads to Dollywood and will be there in person for a big unveiling or a ribbon cutting as the park expands or maybe adds more attractions, which it did. They have a new ride actually called Night Flight Expedition. Well, she was supposed to be there for that. And hey, it's, listen, she's got to take care of herself, but she ended up not being able to go. And she did play a video at the grand opening, and she just apologized for not being there in person, saying that she wasn't able to attend due to doctor's orders. Well, since last year, though, Parton has just been limiting her work and her travel. We've seen more and more of that. Yeah. She says it's because of chronic health issues. You may remember she canceled her Las Vegas residency, which was a bummer.
I think we even covered that on the show.
We did. We've covered a lot of. She got honored with like an Oscar Lifetime Achievement. Yes. Had to do a video for that. And she's just saying that listen, her immune system has just been out of whack. We can't blame her for that. She's in her 80s. Give her a break. She still performs on occasion, but really hasn't toured since 2016 when she did her Pure and Simple tour.
Oh yeah.
So what I love about Dolly is she is going to put people at ease and bring joy, even if it's maybe not the case. She could really be, I think she's someone who could really be struggling, but will always put on a happy face. She's very, just how Dolly. Or
she's a true, she's a true show woman at the end of the day. And I think it says volumes that she will do a video message because I know it probably pains her not to be at these things because she is one of those celebrities that I've seen that even if it's the smallest things, like even like her Buc-ee's kind of gas station thing, she was there. I think anything associated with her name, she likes to be there at least
hands
for the grand opening. Yes. So I appreciate that about her. But at the end of the day, you got to take time out for your health. And she is a woman that is of a certain age where you kind of do need to slow down a little bit.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's not been easy for her.
I'm sure not.
So she says, okay, guys, if I can't be there, put my wig and makeup on. We're still going to make these people happy. And that's what I love about Dolly. So I hope that she is okay, but it's okay that she's not entirely perfect. Like, again, give her some grace. She's not 20 years old, but man, is she still out there working. She could have retired and walked away years ago, but you can tell there's a true love for what she does.
For sure.
And there's also this really big responsibility that she takes seriously to make sure her fans are in the loop and never out in the dark on what's going on.
That's the thing I love about her.
Me too.
She cares as much about the fans as the fans care about her.
Amen. You just nailed it. And we will move on from that. And I told you these next two stories here were a little bit on the heavier side. So let's just get right into it. I think unless you were under a rock, you haven't heard about this news here. This is devastating out of Hollywood this week. Actress Hayden Panettiere has died. Now, Aaron, this one, another one that hurt.
This one very much so because we grew up with her in one way or another, whether it was through Remember the Titans. Through me, it was the Scream movies. I thought she was amazing in those. And she was in, obviously, the show Heroes and the best sequel of Bring It On franchise, Bring It On All or Nothing with Solange Knowles, as you know.
Of course. Oh, that was a great...
You know where I stand with the Bring It On franchise.
I know. Trust me. No
I won't geek out over that.
And mine really resonates with the Bring It On movie. And then the show Nashville was a big one.
Oh, yes.
Juliette Barnes
she was
on
there
for
6 seasons.
That's right. So this is all according to her dad. He released a statement on Sunday night. Of course, I get on my phone and immediately it's everywhere. Really, because it's devastating because of her age, and she hadn't been sick. They really don't know the circumstances surrounding her death, but officials do say no foul play has been detected. But a lot of sources do believe it was possibly an overdose. She had struggled with addiction and been very open about it. She recently promoted a memoir a few years ago talking about just some of the really difficult, challenging interesting things that have happened to her throughout her life in both showbiz, also with the type of parenting she grew up with, and then just some of her personal life situations that have just kind of brought like a kind of a darkness into her world. But she seemed to be doing better, and then you just had these moments where you're just stunned by what took place. So again, like Aaron said, you know, she's known for so many massive shows, from Heroes to Nashville, Remember the Titans, Scream movies, Bring It On, All or Nothing. And, you know, she was just 36 years old, which not to give away my age here, but that's my age. And so I grew up with Hayden as one of I remember in 4th grade, I had a little boyfriend in my classroom, or my crush, if you will. I can't remember if we were official or not, but my crush said something about like, oh, Hayden Panettiere, she's so hot. And I remember being like,
how dare you?
Oh, how dare you? And then I was like, I must be Hayden. So yeah, she was just right there in our age bracket of an actress that we grew up watching and loving. And it's just sad because she's a mom too. Yeah. And she's just been very open about so many heavy battles, yet nothing, it's like, I saw a podcaster say it's almost like she was screaming for help, but nobody helped her. Yes. And I kind of agree with that.
I think so too. I think when it comes to substance abuse and child stardom, it kind of sometimes unfortunately goes hand in hand, especially when you don't have the right support system behind you, because I think a lot of these child actors are looked at as just machines and not people.
Machines, yeah. I think she was one of the
unfortunately, I think that was one of the cases for her. But I thought I'd seen interviews with her. I thought she was getting better.
Yeah. There were a few interviews. She was starting to do
more acting jobs and stuff like that.
Yeah. She's, oh my gosh, and just stunning.
Yes. Gorgeous
girl, and so talented at such a young age. Her role in Remember the Titans, she played the coach's little daughter.
But it's so memorable.
Oh yeah,
so memorable, and to like have to act with Denzel Washington at such a young age and kind of do it seamlessly. If you haven't seen that movie, go on Disney Plus and watch it.
They said that, you know, she had possibly reconnected with a past ex who had been abusive, but they had since not rekindled, but they had made amends, I think, maybe. Possibly he or she struggled with addiction as well. And so there's been some speculation around that. Also, I just didn't have this in the script, but these are a few things that are popping in my head that we've, even since today, found out this morning. She took a flight from her home down south to South Carolina, where she was found, and down there. And I know like the 911 call said cardiac arrest. So that's all we know right now.
That's all we know right now.
And honestly, that's all we need to know. I think the bigger picture is, you know, she left behind a child. She left behind a great legacy of films, but too soon to be gone.
Too soon.
Very sad to report this news today.
Me too. And I think it's just, but like at such a young age, she made such an impact.
Yeah.
That says so much. And what I love, especially for her family and more importantly for her daughter, she has a whole catalog that she can see of her mom from like when she was a little girl to where she is.
Good point. Now. Great point, Aaron Weeks. Their life legacy lives on for
lives
sure.
On.
Okay, so let's kind of wrap things up on a lighter note. We love to end the show with this, again, this category. I think it's probably my favorite.
It's my favorite too. Yeah. It's slowly become my favorite thing that we do. It's on this day in history, and in 1946, Gap Clothing opened on Ocean Avenue in San Francisco. It's a little different from what we usually talk about, but it's a pretty big deal.
Yes, it is.
Gap spawned a lot of clothing franchises. You know, it was usually like department store stuff, and this was kind of one of the first like name brand. Now I know it's, you know, it's like Macy's or whatever, but this was a huge deal, especially when we were kids growing up. Gap was a status symbol.
It was a baby Gap, even
baby
the
Gap,
babies had a status
I remember
symbol.
being like, one day I will be a Gap model.
I will be a Gap model. If they didn't want to take me at Abercrombie or Hollister, I'm going to go level
up. We're going
to
the Gap.
We're going to the Gap. So, I love that today in history. It's funny. I haven't shopped at a Gap in a while. But
I haven't either.
Now that you mentioned it,
I
got an itch.
I haven't either. I hope they still exist. I'm pretty sure they do.
Oh yeah, they're out there.
They're out there. We just gotta have to seek it out.
Got to go find the Gap.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I tell you what. So, anything else you want to add about this week, or anything going on? I really don't have much more to say.
I don't think so either. We're usually, you can't get us out of here fast enough. But you know, I think we're just excited that it's our 50th episode.
Yeah, I'm proud of us for making it to the big 5.
Yes, I'm so proud of us. At the end of the day, like, this is what it's all about.
I say over the hill. No, we're just on the hill.
We're on the hill. We're on the hill, and I'll take it. I'll always take it.
I'll take it too. And I'll take another week of this because we'll be back next week with a brand new episode.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys for tuning in. We love and appreciate you so much.
Always.
Aaron Weeks.
Oh, yeah.
Away.
You can find us on Apple, Amazon, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. Go to 14news.com. We'll be under podcast tab, and you can get us on YouTube.
See you guys.
Bye.